Hey, it's Matt with My Florida Home Buyers, and today I'm standing outside of a house that we just purchased right here in Lady Lake, Florida. Let's take a look. So this house is located in Lady Lake, Florida. It's in Lake County, Florida, which is up near the Villages. A lot of people know where the Villages is now, so kind of in that neck of the woods. So it's a newer house, relatively new. It was built, I believe, in the mid to late 90s. So you can kind of tell that from the styling. It is a block house. Yeah, so there's nothing super old, and crazy to see, but it does need a lot of updating. Doesn't look like it's been updated much since it was built in the 90s. And then it's going to need some big ticket items, is what I like to call them. The roof, for one, you can tell that it is, it's actually amazing that it's not leaking more than it is with how old it is. Those are only 3-tab shingles. They only last, 12 years or so in Florida, 12 to 15 years. So it'll need a new roof. We'll definitely have to put that on. The garage door, I'm not sure about. It looks pretty bad from the inside. It doesn't look too bad from out here, but from the inside, it doesn't look good. So we'll see about that. And then also, funny thing about this house is the central AC doesn't work. That's not the funny part. The funny part is the people that we bought it from purchased the house with the AC not working, never fixed it the entire time they lived here, and sold it without the central AC working. So kind of bizarre for Florida. They did put in some window units around the back of the house, which you'll see probably later in the video, but just thought it was kind of strange. Most people, in Florida, you prioritize the AC, so that's kind of weird. But anyways, I'll take you through. I'll show you all the stuff that's going on inside, and talk to you a little bit about how we found the seller, or how they found us, and the situation that we were able to help them out with. So let's go take a look. The first thing you'll notice as we're walking up to this house, it's on a dirt road, so not too bad. It'll get paved eventually, but obviously we prefer a paved road if we could. But here we are. So this is kind of weird. I don't know what, this is more of like a design choice, but they have this little, it's all overgrown, this little piece that's framed out, and that's actually the kitchen on the other side of there, but it's like an overhang, and I don't know why you would do that. It just makes a really good spot for wasps to build nests. And then over here, the pitch of the roof is so steep that it covers the top part of the window. So I don't know, whoever built the house had some weird or they made some weird design choices, I think. But I'm sure it's some sort of style that I just don't appreciate. But yeah, it just kind of looks funny up there with all that hanging off. So it's block and stucco. You can see that. This is around into the backyard. I guess I'll take you inside after I show you the outside. There's a window AC I was talking about. But yeah, it's just got a little backyard back here. They left a barbecue grill, child's off-road vehicle, and then over there it looks like the well pump and the tank and all's in there. Now on the other side of this yard is some sort of farm, because there were goats back here just like 30 minutes ago, before I started doing the video. And oh, there's one right there, actually. I see one. So they were right up at the fence before. So if you move here, your kids can have their own petting zoo. That's a selling point. And then this is just a little, there's not much of a back porch here. So, but you do have a little area for some tables and chairs. So you can sit there and look at the goats, I guess. So yeah, let's go back around front, and we'll go inside and see what's going on in there. All right, so I'm walking inside the house now. It's not too bad in here as far as houses go. I've definitely seen worse. Nice vaulted ceilings, so it's a little more modern than some of the other stuff we buy. They left a mattress. But this would be like the living room, great room, whatever you want to call it. You walk in the house and this is the big room you come into. So I can already tell this tile is going to be a problem because of the color. That is not in style anymore. Maybe in the 90s, but not now. So I guess we'll start over here in the kitchen. The first thing I noticed is this weirdo light. I don't even know how to take that thing down or install it, or I've never seen anything like that before. It'll probably be going in the dumpster, I would imagine. Yeah, it doesn't look that fancy now that I look up close. This is the kitchen here. So we've got some basic appliances, you know, older cabinets. It's gonna all get ripped out and redone. So they did take all of the food out of the fridge. So they were nice enough to do that. We've had people leave the food in the fridge and our clean out guy is like, I'm not even opening the fridge. I'm gonna strap it closed, throw it in the trailer, and it's going straight to the dump because it gets nasty. So over here, I don't know if this was like a remodeling attempt or what it was, but we've got some shelves here. Obviously cheaper and easier to install than cabinets. And then these cabinets over here, there's no filler on the end. They just kind of, you know, hang there. So I don't know if this is the original kitchen. I don't know really what happened here, but I know it's all coming out. And then remember that piece that I talked about outside, that weird corner piece in the kitchen? This is it right here. And not only is it impractical and weird outside, it's also impractical in here because you can't reach for because the kitchen sink is in the way. So I don't know what the purpose of those things are. They're big dust collectors and I don't know. And you can even see the soffit is hanging down in front of the window. And there's nothing that can really be done about it other than to take all that back off. So it's kind of weird. I don't know why people just choose to do the things they do, but hey, that was part of the design. Somebody thought it looked good. So those are the French doors that go out to the little porch on the back. So let's take a look at the guest bedrooms over here. This door is missing the casing. So, and then there's laminate flooring over here. All of it's going to get torn up. It's not really in that great of shape. Yeah, just a basic little bedroom there. This is the other bedroom here. The flooring's even worse, so you can see it's gotten wet. It's all nasty, so all that's going to get replaced more than likely. In fact, I'm sure it's going to get replaced. I don't know why I say more than likely. And then we've got a bathroom here. So just a little basic bathroom. Nothing too weird except for, let me show you this. They redid the tub. And I've never seen anybody, the water's still in. I've never seen anybody do it like this. They just stuck like little hot and cold decals here, or like these little, almost like they came off of like a Honda Civic, or you know what I mean? Like something weird. So, and there's no hole cut out or anything. Kind of weird. I did ask the lady when I was looking at the house why that was, and she's like, well, that's the way I wanted it. So, you know, can't argue with that. So yeah, that's that side of the house. Let's check out the master bedroom here. I think this is a closet. Yeah, it's a linen closet. And then over here is the master bedroom. This door goes out to the back porch. We've also got tile in here. Old school, out-of-date tile that's super hard to bust up, so that's good. I don't know if they had I guess they did have a dog. There's a dog kennel out back, but I'd almost bet the dog tore all this up. And then I don't know what happened over here. I remember the lady telling me something about water damage. Maybe from the roof, it could be leaking down from the top maybe. But they attempted to fix it, but didn't do that great of a job. But we'll get it fixed up right. Sorry about my hand, keeps going in front of the camera here. My arm gets tired, so I switch arms, and then when I use that other arm, it gets in the way. Anyways, it's the bathroom here. Just a standard little master bathroom. Nothing super weird. You can see the vanity is missing all the doors, so it's definitely gonna need a new vanity. And then the shower is huge. I mean, it's pretty big. It must be, whoops, it must be at least 4 by 4, if not maybe a little bigger, 4 by 5. It's a big walk-in shower, and it's in relatively good shape, so that is a plus. So let's go out to the garage, because that's the only room I haven't taken yet, I think. See what's going on out here. So that's the AC that's never worked. And I actually went up in the attic, and you probably can't see it, but that silver thing that's shining there, that's actually the ductwork that attaches to the top of this square piece. So even if you did turn the AC on, it's just gonna blow into the attic because it's not even hooked up. So I don't know what the story is there. Our AC guy will have to figure that out. They also left these Samsung front load washer and dryers. I've heard bad things about those, so I almost think they maybe don't work. I hear people have a lot of problems with them. And then this is the garage door that I was telling you about. I know the opener doesn't work, and we've got some stuff that's disconnected here. I can't get the door to open, so I don't know if it's just because the springs are not tensioned or what it is, but I'm almost positive we're gonna have to put a new door in. They've also cut like a little, it looks like a vent hole. It's not gonna let much air in. I don't know what the point of it was, but it's there. And then another thing I noticed out here, count how many lights are up here. There's one light, fluorescent. There's another light, another fluorescent light. Those are part of the house. Those are wired in. Then we've got this hanging light. That is plugged or just wrapped around here. And then there's this light, which is plugged into the outlet that the garage door opener is supposed to be plugged in. So there are 4 lights up here. It's almost like when a light stopped working, they just put another one in instead of trying to fix the old one. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. But I think that's it. There's a little shed on that side of the house, but it's not all that interesting. Yeah, so that's the house we just purchased in Lady Lake. So let me take you back out front, and I'll tell you how we were able to help the lady out and buy this house from her. So that's the house. The lady that we bought it from, or I say lady, that's the person I dealt with. It was a husband and wife family. Apparently they had a dog that I didn't see when I was here. But they basically, they needed a cash offer. You know, it's not going to qualify for financing with a roof. The AC doesn't work. You've got, you know, any number of issues inside could be problematic for financing. So they knew that they needed a cash offer. They didn't want to list with a real estate agent because they wanted a little bit more flexibility. And, you know, when you're dealing with a real estate agent and another buyer who wants to move into the house, it's hard to be flexible sometimes. And what these people wanted to do was sell the house, stay in the house for, I think we let them stay here for like 2 weeks after closing. So they got some of the money. They were able to use that money to actually find another place to move, you know, rent a U-Haul, you know, all that kind of stuff, all the moving expenses. So they were able to do that. And then they stayed for 2 weeks, and we basically held a security deposit. And then when now they've moved out, I actually have to call our attorney and say, hey, everything looks good. Go ahead and release that security deposit. So that's kind of the situation here. They just wanted a really flexible closing date. They weren't sure if they were going to be able to find something, so they wanted somebody who could work with them and maybe move the date around, you know, shuffle it back and forth a little bit as needed. So you know, it worked out for them. They got a cash offer. We bought the house as is. They didn't have to make any repairs. They closed exactly when they wanted. They were able to stay in the house after closing. So they're pretty happy, and that's kind of what we aim to do, is really understand what the problem is and then try to figure out how to make it work for everybody involved. So it worked out for them. They're ecstatic with how everything worked out. They've got cash, and I think they're moving out of state. I don't know. And we've got a new renovation project on our hands. So it's a win-win-win for everybody involved. So if you have a house like this to sell anywhere in Central Florida, whether it's up here in Lady Lake, maybe it's, you know, somewhere else in Lake County. We really focus on Lake County. That's just where I grew up. So it's where I live. So we know the area really well, but we will buy stuff, you know, all over Central Florida. I actually just came from Sanford because we just bought something over there. So if you have a house anywhere in Central Florida, you know, you want a cash offer, maybe the house is not in that great of shape. Maybe you don't want to deal with the hassles of a real estate agent. You don't want to get the house ready to sell. You don't want to make the repairs. You don't want to pay closing costs, commission, all that stuff. Go on our website, myfloridahomebuyers.com. You know, submit your contact information and your property information. We'll get in touch with you. We'll get the ball rolling for you, and we'll come out and take a look. And if all works out, I'll be filming a video at your house one day. So yeah, myfloridahomebuyers.com. We're local cash home buyers. You know, we've been doing this for 10 years now, I think. So we're pretty experienced, and we can help you out with just about anything any situation you might be in. So again, my name is Matt. I'm with My Florida Home Buyers. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on the next video.